Hey everybody, welcome back to Bowling Lefty's YouTube channel. Just wanted to give another ball review here. As you can see, I got a few balls lined up here. We got the Brunswick Mindset. We have Old School, Kingpin Rule, and the Kingpin Max. And then this guy is the newest, one of the latest releases. Not the newest. The Hypnotize has since been released since this one, but wanted to talk about this one because I do believe this is one of the probably most hooking balls that Brunswick has ever released. And so I wanted to go ahead and discuss it in comparison with some of the other um, lines and some of the balls that were historical for the Brunswick line in the past 10-15 years. So we have the Mesmerize here. Just a little bit about the Mesmerize. So the Mesmerize has the HK22C with the Evo Solid. It also has a tri-elliptic core. So the core, if you look at if in plain terms, it's like a cylinder with three donut shape objects at the top, bottom, and middle. So that's how it gets the tri-elliptic core. It's pretty cool and very unique for the Brunswick line. It's a very unique looking core. And so obviously it's the latest and greatest technology that's out there. And so it is pretty cool. Something that's similar is that it's going to have the 500 to 1500 grit, which is going to be comparable to the track stealth mode that I reviewed a few days ago. So that finished skipping that 1000 grit allows it to have that duller surface look to it. The RG is 2.51. The diff, again, remember we talked about in one of the other videos, the max diff that USB-C allows is 0.60. This ball is one of the highest ASIM balls that Brunswick has produced, comparable to these other ones at 0.056, and with the intermediate diff of 0.017. So let's take a look at the ball first. Okay, as you guys know the drilling that I prefer. This ball is unique. It supposedly has 4 different colors to it, and then also has that dual color label, which I believe is one of the first ones. Now they've done it in a few balls. As you'll see when I review the Radical Snapshot, you'll see that it also has that dual color label as well. This is my typical drilling. You can see the pin up here, the CG with the Brunswick crown, and then mass bias at the bottom. Okay, that's my typical drilling for my left-handed style. And so this is the Mesmerize. The Mesmerize to me is just an advancement in the line of Brunswick. So since I've thrown a lot of Brunswick equipment through the years, and I'm just going to speak specifically with Brunswick now as far as ASIMs. Not the Brunswick family, the actual brand Brunswick. So I began throwing Brunswick a long time ago. One of the balls I had the best success with was the Inferno. Some of my highest scores I've ever shot were with that ball. Then I had the original Mastermind, which was also when we do that top bowling balls of all time video, I'm pretty sure that one will probably make the list. And then after that one, the Kingpin came out. Now, normally, as we've talked about, I'm a big fan of the original ball. The seconds and stuff like that, sometimes they're not quite as good, but because the company has success with the original, they make different versions following that. So that's what happened with the Kingpin. However, I never had the original Kingpin. I actually bought the Max, was the second release, and then the Rule, I believe, was one of the last releases that they did. And the Kingpin originally came out in 2017, 2018, and 2019. So these are a few years old. I'll show them to you. Still same layout. You can see it's in pretty good condition. This one was finished from the factory 500 to 2000. I write 20 on top because that's so I know when I go, this would be a practice ball for me now, but I would, when I don't want to put games on my newer equipment, I'll take some of these older pieces. And so as you can see, I always put a number on it to show what grit I finished it with, so I know based on when it reacts what it's going to do. So that's just kind of something I do with this is a practice ball. As you can see, it's in great shape still. Probably could use, the inserts aren't too bad either, but that's the kingpin rule. So same thing. And I've been using the IT system. So all my stuff that I use now, that I have, it all has the IT system. I've had the ITs in them. I've been using the IT for about 10 years now. So a lot of my equipment that I have, my practice equipment, is all with the IT system. Mindset. This is the one, in one of the other videos I was talking about. It's kind of an unusual drilling for me, but I wanted to see, if you remember, I bought the Mindset a little bit around the same time I got the Black Widow. And so the Black Widow, I had drilled my standard pin up drilling. But this one I got because at a lot of tournaments, the pin down, the longer, smoother motion for control is what I normally like to use. So as you can see, this is one of the rare balls I have a pin down, the CG, and the mass bias there. This was that one I was talking about too, where it got this ring around the finger hole within like the first month. Tried to get it replaced by Brunswick, but didn't have much luck doing that. So they said there was nothing they could do about it. So, but it still works. And honestly, it hasn't, the crack hasn't changed. It hasn't broken out any pieces or anything like that. So it still is a good ball. It's the opposite side of where my track rolls. So it's fine. It doesn't bother me too much, and I still get good use out of it. So let's talk about the Mesmerize. So all these balls, what they have in common is they have that similar shape with each other. The only difference is that each time they've come out with newer equipment, you're getting more and more hook on the back end, or more overall hook throughout the ball. And that is one thing I can tell you about the Mesmerize that I've noticed, is that this guy, it really moves the entire lane. It's moving. And so I think of all the Brunswick balls I've thrown, that by far has more hook, more overall hook than any other ball. You can see it get going right off the bat, and that thing just continues. And in some cases, when it's the lane, there's not enough oil on the lanes, it goes too much. So I was able to use it last week in league for a couple games, and it looks great. It has that motion, but it does give me more hook. And so definitely has more hook than that. The new Black Widow, the Black Widow 3.0, it has more hook than that. And it's a big moving ball, and it moves quick. So if you're not looking for that much hook, which I will tell you, for me, it's going to be a great tournament ball when the lanes are really oily. I'm going to pull that out when I go to my tournament coming up in about a week and a half. I'll pull that out and most definitely give it a shot on the lanes to see what it does for me. But if you are looking for a step down, think about the Hypnotize. Okay, so you have the Hypnotize is the newest release from Brunswick, the Brunswick line, that is supposed to fit in the bag just between the Brunswick Mesmerize and the Vaporized, which use that typical Storm the typical Brunswick Zone light bulb core. But the back end on that ball was meant to hook a lot on the back end. Looks like a great ball as well. I actually bought the Black Widow Mania to kind of be a similar ball to that. And so for me, the step down from this one is going to be the Black Widow Mania as of right now. And then from there, it would be probably the Black Widow 3.0. And then from there, I'd switch into my symmetrical, go to that either the snapshot or the stealth mode. So that's kind of the progression as far as where I see these balls in my line, in my arsenal, is the progression that I would make if I need a ball that I need overall a lot of hook. I'm going to definitely go to this Mesmerize first. When it's hooking too much, I'm going to switch to that Black Widow Mania, and then go down to either most likely switch if the Mania starts hooking too much. I'll probably skip right over to the symmetricals. And based on how I think the track stealth mode has been looking, that one will probably be the next one out of the bag. All right, so thanks for watching. Hopefully you like this video. Leave me comments or questions, or just say if you like it, if you don't like it. The Mesmerize, I mean, it's a unique ball. Remember, my bowling style is higher speed, lower to moderate revs. So for me, I'm able to use my speed to keep this ball in line. So that is beneficial. If you are somebody with the slower speed, this ball might not be for you. You might want to step down to the Hypnotize, or maybe even one of the other balls that are coming out. The GB5 might be a good one, or something like that. So make your decisions based on what you think. See if people are throwing any of these equipment or any of the other lines that are out there. See what you think might work best for your game. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. Recommend me to somebody else. Check out my Instagram page on Bowling Lefty 44. Got a lot of followers from the bowling industry, so please come out, look at those, see. It's a great way to see who I'm following, so you can try and get connected with some of these other people who are have their bowling pages. It's a lot of fun. If you love bowling content, just watch as many videos as you can, and come back. I'll have a league review for you tomorrow from this last Tuesday, and we'll get into that. Thank you very much. See you next time.